I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew they were going to concede. They thought they could win it. You got 10 men. What is Eddie Howe doing, man? Honestly. What game of football, man? I'll break it down, but my head's gone. Like it didn't go yesterday. Oh, that just made things worse. Let's break down the game, man. What a game. Yet again, it's like Darwin Núñez in reverse or whatever. Smash the likes, people. Especially if you're brand new. Please subscribe. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, I can't believe what I've just witnessed. Rio Ngumoha. Oh, my goodness gracious. A 16-year-old is winning games for Liverpool Football Club. You can't write the script, man. You cannot write the script. He was on for like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Oh, mate. All right. All right, cool. Let's get serious. Let's get serious. First half, you know what? That game was prime Barclays. That was Barclays football, right? Red cards, challenges, all sorts of decisions, right? First half, Liverpool absolutely just took them to the sword in the end, right? I would say Newcastle are pretty much really in the game. They just didn't finish their dinner. Liverpool were under the cosh. They really were. And then before you know it, Gravenberch dagger. What a goal. You know, this is what they've been missing from Gravenberch. It's funny how McAllister's gone missing 1 week, then obviously, and then Gravenberch was missing the other week. It's just, they can never play with one another. So, is what it is. But they both need one another. You can kind of see that. The midfield needs it. But the way I'm kind of viewing it, the Isaac derby, whatever you want to call it, Liverpool were in cruise control after a certain minute. I would say around 35th minute. Liverpool kind of just got eased into the game. And then that one man, Princess Diana, what on earth do you think you're doing? Like, don't get me wrong. Are you paying for a move, or like, are you trying to work a move? What is it? Because that challenge on Van Dijk was disgusting. Everyone's pretty much seen the pictures of the marks down the leg. It's like you're getting helped by the missus trying to take off your socks after a hard day at football. Like, what are we doing? Like, honestly, what makes you think you can be running at, like, I don't know, 50 miles per hour and think you can put in a challenge like that? He's already had one bad injury before. Don't make him have another one. He's 33. He's trying to see at the end of his career. Like, I just think, like, you just ruined the game. For me, that nearly ruined the whole game. Until it didn't. Until it did. If that makes sense. You know? In the first half, I was thinking, you absolute plonker. Absolute prat. That's dangerous. Got that right. But you know what? There's a lot of, you know what? I'm going to mix the first half, second half, a little bit with one another. You know what? It's funny we're here because the right-hand side of Liverpool, if we're going to get negatives out the way, the right-hand side of Liverpool, or the right side, was very underwhelming compared to the left-hand side in the first half, right? Salah, non-existent, right? But this is exactly why they don't need Salah as much. You can see for itself, they're scoring goals without him, even without his assists or goals, whatever, right? But that right-hand side was underwhelming. Ekitike is a baller, 3 and 3. You can't knock it. The guy's on fire. I think he's even got an assist or two to his name. I'm not too sure, but he's on fire. Isaac who? But the way I'm kind of looking at it, he's really relishing his role under Slot at this moment of time. Bringing him off, I didn't think was correct, personally. I think, again, the man management part, we'll get to that. But he's amazing. He's on fire, I must admit. And I'm not even going to cuss Newcastle, right? Because I'd get onto them, but you can't knock their passion and desire. Yeah? But there's other players I really want to give some flowers to that won't go missing in my mind. And let me know in the comments after you've liked this video, right? As a quick reminder. Let me know who you was really impressed with. But I must say, Ekitike Gakpo, wow. I gave him grief once upon a time. Yeah? He got 2 assists today. And he was absolutely running ragged down that left-hand side. I thought he was brilliant. No, honestly, he's like brand new. Absolutely brand new. It's a bit like the impact Luis Diaz had last season at the start of the season. Does anyone get that kind of gist? I thought he was serious. Him and Ekitike's link up even with Gravenberch, all on that left-hand side was immense. I thought, other than Kirkes in the second half, of course, the first half, I thought Kirkes was brilliant. Again, I thought that whole left-hand side was really carrying Liverpool. So there's something there. You know, relationships will get formed, I'm pretty sure. But the other two players I really want to have a little look at, and I want people to kind of recognise, he's gone under the radar. He cost Liverpool a pretty penny. But Szoboszlai at right back. Has anyone seen the vision? Because I feel, me and Mont suggested this in the summer, saying Szoboszlai at right back could be like really something. Like, if he's been given a role there, if Slot wants to attack with his right back, have energy, legs, can get stuck in a little bit, then why not look further than someone like Szoboszlai, right? I think he's wicked there. You know, doing a bit of a Valverde role today, inverting, getting forward, doing a bit of everything. I just feel like, I know Frimpong's not there, and he can be used as a right winger as well. And I know, no disrespect to Connor Bradley, who can't really stay fit at this moment of time. Szoboszlai really looks sharp. I'm just saying, and this is coming from me. These are two players, Gakpo and Szoboszlai, that I'm giving flowers. And the other one I'm going to say is Curtis Jones. What a unit. I mean, he's putting in some real shift. I thought them four, especially, for me, and obviously Grab, Szoboszlai, Curtis Jones. So them five, I think they've been doing wicked. I mean, they're really carrying Liverpool at this moment of time. So yeah, that's the flowers from there. Now, in the second half, I know Ekitike got that goal. That was a well-taken goal. But I don't know what happened after that. Something switched. Eddie Howe, like, honestly, his second half team talks there must be something legendary about them. He does give pretty much good team talks after. Like, he's like he knows how to galvanize the team. They were under the cosh, 10 men, awful, right? Then before you know it, it's like Liverpool allowed Newcastle in the game. It's quite similar to how they allowed Bournemouth into the game. And I don't know if that's something to kind of look at. But that's very concerning, because the amount of goals Liverpool are conceding right now, you have to kind of look at Slot at this part, because I feel like you've got good enough defenders to do the job. Maybe you're missing key players. You let me know what you feel, but there's way too many goals getting conceded. You're allowing teams to get into the game a little bit too much. It kind of reminds me of Slot in his last season, right? You concede a few goals, and before you know it, you're going to win the game. That's how I'm kind of viewing it. But credit to Newcastle with 10 men. You know, the absolute will and fight that they put on display, the fans as well, you've got to give credit to them. You know, maybe if Isak was there today, Liverpool would have got dead and buried. Probably would with a proper striker. But those changes Eddie Howe really made a huge difference. Asula, I don't know why he didn't start with him in the first place. Even Tior at the back, making a little bit, adding extra energy towards the end. And of course, Jacob Ramsey. I might have missed a couple other players out, Lewis Miley as well, but they really put Liverpool to the test. Not easy game going today. That was proper prime Barclays football. And I was celebrating. I couldn't believe it. And a part of me just thought, you know what? They're probably going to nick it. Because I don't think Slot's management today of players or his selection to bring on, bar Rio, of course, because he got the winner. And we'll talk about Rio, because everyone wants to talk about Dalman and whatnot. We could talk about Rio as well. I think he's turning 17, or he's just turned 17. In the end, it worked out. But bringing off Ekitike, bringing off certain individuals, I just feel like you allowed Newcastle into the game. And I'm not for that exactly. Like, don't get me wrong, but not having a proper focal point is quite demeaning. And I'm pretty sure it'll work it out, but I felt like they allowed Newcastle into the game. But you allowed yourself, because Eddie Howe got too excited, allowing his team to go too much far forward. And before you know it, that young kid called Rio comes into the fold, pretty much instant impact, was on the field. You know what? Let me get the minutes up for when he got subbed, right? Because there was 11 minutes in that whole half, right? In the injury time. The way I'm viewing it is this. Cool. When it decides it wants to load up, I'll let you know. But I'm pretty sure it was minimal minutes. So he's come on. Cool. He's come on where? There we go. He's come on for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. And all he needed to do was make some off-the-ball runs, add some energy, and make sure, you know, he's intact. And then, you know, fruits of his labour, he gets the goal. I can't believe what I was witnessing. You know what? I just don't understand it. And you know who gets the goal? You know who gets the assist at the end? The last person. He doesn't need to have a great game. But the last person, I didn't even realise he got it, because I just remembered it now as well. You allowed Salah to get into a prime position where it's his bread and butter, and you allow that because you got too excited trying to get the winner. That I don't understand. I don't understand. But big up the little kid, man. Big up the young buck, man. Big him up, man. He's a teenager and he's off to it. How about this? He scored more goals than my club already. Do you know what I mean? You want to talk about Dowman? This kid is, oh God. This is how you're gonna have to use him for the year. And he's gonna get more. Let me know how you thought of the game. That must have pulled on a lot of heartstrings, and it did break hearts at the end. But you know what, Liverpool do have a good record at Newcastle. You can't deny that. I just wonder, like, I know you got Arsenal next game at Anfield, but that doesn't seem like an easy game. But if you're gonna just look at the game in isolation of now, man, you brought some feelings back. I must admit, and reminiscing the good old days. Proper stuff that, you know. I can pick that up. But yeah, I'm fuming. In a bit, people. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe if you're brand new. Be nice to get some more people on board. So yeah, love.